What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Omniheroes video. Okay guys, real quick here, you can see the update notice is coming up, so make sure you are watching for that. Get your dailies out of the way today and do as many of your guild challenges as you can before this happens. Now, I want to drop a video real quick as well on the topic of Forgotten Lands. So a lot of people have been asking me, what are some of the best ways to approach Forgotten Lands? So I want to cover that, and I want to help you guys understand the best way to tackle it. And there are very good ways to do so. There are some right ways and some wrong ways. Speak of the devil, we're here already. So there are going to be 4 different levels here, okay? Today I can only cover 2. The other 2 will happen tomorrow, okay, when they drop. So the Crystal Woods and the Crimson Town, I'll have to do tomorrow. Just remember one thing about the Forgotten Lands. You're going to need a variety of characters. That's the main thing. So that and Lost City, I want to cover Lost City as well too. I think I need to, maybe I'll do both today actually. So Lost City, a little trick for you guys. You can see where I'm at right now, 64.6. If you go back here, when I first started this, I could not get through the full thing of chapter 20 even, okay? And I used to stop and just get until I got the full 36 out of 36. Don't do that. So the best thing to do here for any of these stages, guys, to push all the way through and go back eventually and get them done again, is the smartest way to approach it. Now what you end up doing is you do this, right? You go proceed. In the beginning, when you can't complete it, you pick the best possible team, you edit it here, you know, and you pick the best team you possibly can to get it done. Put your best team in here and just ride the wave. Just completely go through it as far as you possibly can until a stage stumps you. And the reason why you do that, number one, you get yourself diamonds, you get yourself gold, and then at the same time you get yourself some advanced scrolls, right? You can get 1 and 2, so that makes a total of 3. And then the Oracle one that everybody wants to get is usually the harder one to get. Now what you'll end up doing is you'll end up going back to these stages, and then you'll prioritize stars. And this one here will actually set up the team for you with your best teams. It'll run it like this, you can see, and you'll get yourself the star, right? And this is what I've been doing. I go back and I just click on the next one, and then you just ride this wave next, and you hope for the best that you've got enough units up now where this becomes a joke. And right there, you see I'm getting a couple 2s there. That's a problem, obviously. So you just go back into it again, and you hope and pray that those 2s become 3s, and you just keep trying. That's essentially the strategy for this, okay? Because some of these will eventually convert. Some of them won't. So you just may have to come back. Like, see, this is not happening. Oh, there's one right there. So you kind of, when you're stuck here, kind of look at the stage and be like, okay, what do I need? 6 rounds, synergy mates, Glorians. I know my Glorians are not very good. And this is where you might want to look at the team here and be like, okay, what's going on here? Why am I struggling? And then you figure it out from there, okay? So quick deploy will obviously make the Glorians step in, and you can kind of see who's in place and who's not. You need 3 of them. You can do a battle as well too, obviously, right? And just kind of skip it and see what exactly happens here. 9 out of 15 stages. So you kind of gauge where you're at. So you may be better off to not do this one, or just keep trying. RNG will eventually do its thing, and you may get lucky, okay? So some of them are going to take a while, but some of them won't. So I'm going to get out of this one. You guys saw that I can do it, obviously, in 9 turns. I may want to come back when my Glorian is a little stronger, okay? So tip number 1, Lost City. Go all the way through with one team. Whenever you get stuck on the 3 of 3 stars, that's when you do that. And then when you can't go anymore, just like period, even with your best team, you come back 2-3 days later, and that's how you take advantage. Lost City is the best place to get Oracle summons, so you guys should be focusing on that. Okay, Forgotten Lands. Let's talk about the Wailing Mines. You guys can see here I'm on floor 49, okay? And the beauty of Wailing Mines is it requires you to use up to 3 stacks of allies who are warriors to get the bonus buff, okay? You guys can see here the amount of warriors that you are allowed to use. All of them are okay here. Now the intel will tell you exactly what you need to do. Defeat bone miners for gold. Defeat enough miners in 8 rounds to pass the stage. After a gold miner collapses, other miners will constantly spawn into battle. When a blast miner is killed, the violent explosion deals massive damage to other miners, killing them in position. Be careful when facing special enemies. In Wailing, they will curse allies, so it's recommended you deploy heroes who can pretty much take away curse. Okay, so that's a little hint for you there. Now, the hint is pretty straightforward. You have to use a counter hero. If you use a counter hero, any of these 3 heroes here will instantly remove the curse. That's very important to note. All of these stages will have a form of counter hero that you can use, so make sure you have it available. If not, chances are you won't go as far. If you have them available, they will increase your chance for progression. Ideally, you want to have a hero who has any form of AoE in this stage. Now, if you look here, right, the main units or the main people you really want to kill are these guys right here, these bomb guys, right? And these are the ones that you want to kind of target over everybody else. So having AoE relics, so area of effect relics, having AoE units and strong single target units are your best bet. Now, again, as usual, RNG is going to play its role. Now, if you have 3 of 3 warriors, you get a 450% buff. Now, the best relics to use here, if you don't have Leviathan, many of you guys won't, you guys may want to start using AoE ones. So the Horn of Fafnir is great. The Excalibur is really good here. The Bone Saw is really good here, so you try to use that. The Book of Thought is really good here as well. So those are all simple ones you can use to get through the stage. This is absolutely not required. I just have it in there because I have it, so why not use it? So best teams. Katarina, absolutely incredible and a must. I would highly recommend having her. Themis, absolutely incredible unit. Definitely have her in there if you don't have any of these angels. She will do Final Slash and do a whole AoE on everybody else and help you kill units a lot quicker. As a matter of fact, let me just throw her in so you guys can kind of see the difference. Dorabella, a must as well too in this. Okay, if you don't need to have her in here because she's a mage, but if you decide you want to, I highly recommend putting her in anyways. But you can see here she's not recommended. But she does do a lot of AoE damage, hence why after you have the 3 of 3 satisfaction, go ahead and use her. Mastima, not required. Does single target damage, but I use him here because I want to kill the miners quicker. So again, you can use someone like Elune here who will do good single target damage if you're looking for somebody. Nyx will do good single target damage. Macario will do good AoE damage. Other good physical damage dealers here. Jared's not bad if you actually need like a physical damage dealer and you don't have one. And actually, I think her name is Elle, if I remember correctly. Is it Elle? No, it's Corolla. Sorry, Elle is the Little Red Riding Hood. She's also really good too. So a lot of good choices here to go with, but ideally Themis, Katarina, and also who was the other one here? Sorry, Mastima or Makara, or you can use the counter hero in Elune to get the job done. So this is what I have here. I have Helios instead. So let's take a quick look and see how this looks, guys. Okay, we'll do a quick little preview with you guys, and you guys can see how it kind of works out. Okay, so the goal here, of course, is to kill these bad boys over here. You hope the miners get killed first because they'll blow up, and essentially they will cause more damage to everybody else. Now that curse there is annoying, but like I said, Helios is there to remove that, right? So when he does his special, or when he goes with his move right here, it should remove it. See, nobody has it now. There's no curse, there's no debuff there. So Mastima, you want that to happen. You want him essentially, and this Final Slash is, you actually want this to kill somebody. If you don't, you're kind of missing out the whole point of having Themis in here in the first place. So you can see there how much damage that did, right? When you kill someone. So you want this one here now to die next. So hopefully they get cast again. That's good. You want Themis to strike again, and you want her to actually this time kill somebody here. So let's hope this happens. So let's see what happens here. Okay, there you go. There's a blow up there. Oh no, she didn't do Final Slash there. Okay, so there now the death. So what are we? 4 rounds. We have 4 out of 35 killed. Right. I'm not gonna bore you guys with this whole match. We're gonna just show you guys the end result. 18 out of 35. Okay. So this is the only reason why you see such a low number is because Themis is actually not doing Final Slash and killing. In the beginning, she gets really good. She starts to fall off. So who do you replace her with? Well, this is why I have Macaria in here as my other AoE. And you want to have her pretty much blow everything up along the way. So let's see what the difference is here. I won't do the whole battle. We'll just see what the difference in result numbers are. So 23 out of 35, so much better. And again, you'll see the RNG here takes into effect pretty quickly. 23, actually that was pretty consistent. Hold on, there's going to be a higher number eventually, watch. 19, that's actually lower. But you can see what I'm talking about, right? The RNG does kick in a little bit. So sometimes you'll have to play around with positioning. 19 out of 35. So watch, if I move around some positions, you'll see a bigger number. So let's put her in the middle, put her there, or put Mastima there, put him in the back. Okay, so let's see how this looks now. 20 out of 35. So again, fairly consistent. So that's the kind of team you want. This is just way too much power for me right now, so I can't get to floor 50. But that's how you handle that one. Now, the corrupted diocy is a little different. So these ones actually require mages. So 3 of 3 mages. These are the mages here that they recommend you use. I find this one to be a little bit harder, to be honest, than the miners because I don't have as many mages set up here. But you can see here Dorabella is recommended. Counter Heroes Karnak here to stop Solomon from doing, what does he do here? He can purify bind and apply debuffs to enemies. Bind and mobilize the affected unit during the same round, and essentially they can't move. So Emily here, L. Unfortunately, oh, I have him in now. Good. Let's actually replace Emily here and put him in instead. There we go. And then you have Dorabella. So you've got your 3 mages satisfied here. Okay, so the rest of them there are just there to do damage. So what we can do is we can try this and see how it goes. Okay. Now in this one, Book of Thought is a necessity. Definitely use Excalibur if you have it, and then of course you can use anything here. I have the Chaotic Eye here to do more damage, but here, let's just test. There you go. Now it actually worked out. So having Saline was actually the big thing there. I didn't have him leveled up till today, and he actually does make a huge difference. So he is going to be your best bet. So the best units in this fight for sure are Dorabella. Albert is actually really good in this fight. So Dorabella, Albert, Saline, Ellie, and Karnak for your counter. If you don't have Karnak for your counter, you could also use Ose, but he is really, really bad in this fight, unfortunately. So Karnak is going to be your number 1 choice. But you can see here how close, 31 out of 35. And then, let's see, try this again. 35 out of 35. So there you go. Took us to floor 50 now. And we are now moving along. And just so everyone's aware, this is just a chance to get legendaries. They do drop fairly often, actually, so I'm surprised I haven't got any. But during the idle part of this, you actually increase your chance to get legendary drops from there, specifically for either randoms or in this one, it gives you the faction for Empire. So real quick, so just you guys are aware, it's not 100%. Some people were asking that question as well, like why does this show it but we don't get the drops? It just means it's a higher chance now, or a chance to even get them in the first place. So there you go, got to floor 50 there, and those are the best units and teams, guys. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section. Even if you are free to play, those are the units that are going to help you the most. You want to at least satisfy the bare minimum of 3 of these casters, mage casters, 3 of these warriors, and we'll cover the other 2 when they're open, hopefully tomorrow. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.